In 2013, Adobe killed Perpetual licenses. Everyone who owned Creative Suite 6 was told their software would stop receiving updates. If they wanted to keep using Premiere Pro professionally, they had one option: pay Adobe every year, forever. 12 years later, that subscription model is the industry standard. Over 90% of professional video editing jobs require Premiere Pro on your resume. Not because it's the best editor, because Adobe got there first and made sure switching was expensive. But here's where it gets interesting. The two alternatives people consider each have their own problems. MAGIX Video Pro is a German prosumer editor with a perpetual license option. But MAGIX also owns VideoStudio Pro, which is positioned almost identically, and nobody can explain why both products exist. And VideoStudio Pro has been around since 1996, but Corel acquired it and then proceeded to ignore it for nearly 2 decades. Adobe Premiere Pro.
MAGIX Video Pro. VideoStudio Pro. I went through the communities, the development histories, and the corporate strategies behind all three, and that's when I started getting suspicious. Let's start with the one everyone's stuck with. Premiere Pro. John Warnock and Charles Geschke founded Adobe in 1982. Premiere launched in 1991, and by the mid-2000s, the Premiere Pro workflow had become the default expectation for professional video editing. That market position is the entire story. Every agency wants Premiere on your resume. Collaboration assumes Premiere project files. When a client sends footage, they assume you're cutting in Premiere. When you apply for an editing job, the question isn't whether you know Premiere, it's how well. The Adobe ecosystem integration is genuinely valuable. After Effects Dynamic Link lets you send compositions back and forth without rendering. Audition Audio Round Trip preserves your timeline while you
fix audio issues. Photoshop layers import perfectly. Frame.io collaboration is built in as of 2024. For productions that live entirely inside Adobe's world, the workflow connections are seamless and time-saving. But the subscription model is extractive. Creative Suite 6 users were abandoned. The Creative Cloud runs multiple background processes that consume system resources even when you're not editing. Development has stagnated compared to DaVinci Resolve's innovation pace. Crashes are frequent, performance issues persist across versions, and early cancellation penalties apply if you try to leave mid-contract. The pattern is familiar. Company achieves dominance. Dominance enables extraction. Users pay because the cost of switching is higher than the cost of staying. Premiere Pro survives on the same logic as Microsoft Office, not because it's beloved, because it's required. But some people refuse to pay that tax. And for Windows users looking for perpetual licenses, MAGIX Video Pro appears to be an option. MAGIX was founded in Germany in 1993. Video Pro launched in 2004. Current version is Video Pro X 15. Windows only. Perpetual license available. Multicam editing supports up to 9 cameras. Proxy workflow handles 4K on lower-end hardware. On paper, Video Pro looks like a reasonable prosumer alternative to Premiere's subscription. But MAGIX has a problem that makes evaluating their products genuinely confusing. In May 2016, MAGIX acquired VideoStudio Pro from Sony Creative Software. They now own both Video Pro and VideoStudio Pro. Both are positioned as prosumer to professional editors. Both target the same audience. Both run on Windows only. And MAGIX has never clearly explained why both products exist or which one you should choose. The product lineup is a mess. Movie Edit Pro for consumers, Video Pro for prosumers, VideoStudio Pro for professionals. But Video Pro and VideoStudio Pro overlap so significantly that the distinction feels arbitrary. Users in the MAGIX forums ask which to buy. The answers are inconsistent. Even MAGIX's own marketing doesn't clearly differentiate them. It's as if the company acquired VideoStudio and then couldn't figure out what to do with their existing product that served the same market. The interface looks like 2015 software. Documentation is often poorly translated from German. The English-speaking community is small. Tutorials are scarce compared to Premiere or Resolve. For Windows users who specifically need 9-camera multicam at a prosumer level and refuse to pay Adobe subscriptions, Video Pro fills a niche. But that niche is narrow. And for everyone else, the confused product strategy and limited community make it hard to recommend investing your learning time. And then there's VideoStudio Pro, and this is where the story gets genuinely depressing. Ulid Systems created VideoStudio in 1996 in Taiwan, consumer video editor. time-lapse tools, stop-motion features, 360-degree video editing. A decent set of features for home video creators. Corel acquired Uliad in 2006 for $37 million, and then Corel proceeded to do almost nothing with it. Development pace is glacial. The 2023 to 2024 update included minimal changes. Bugs persist for years without fixes. The interface looks like 2010 software. The community is tiny. Tutorials are scarce because most educators focus on Premiere and Resolve. Corel's flagship product is Corel Draw. That's where the company puts its resources. VideoStudio is a legacy product sitting in a portfolio of acquisitions. It exists because Corel acquired it, not because Corel wants to develop it. The same pattern applies to Pinnacle Studio, another Corel-owned editor that receives minimal attention. Version upgrades require repurchasing. Users who bought Ultimate in 2023 had to pay again for the 2024 version. An upgrade protection subscription exists if you want to avoid that annual repurchase, which somewhat defeats the Perpetual license appeal that draws people to VideoStudio in the first place. The feature set is limited compared to anything else in the professional or prosumer space. Basic color grading, simple effects. Nothing that competes with Resolve's color tools or Premiere's plugin ecosystem. Windows only, no cross-platform support. For simple home videos from someone who already owns it, VideoStudio functions. For anyone considering buying it new, there's no justification when DaVinci Resolve exists. Resolve is free. Resolve has vastly superior features. Resolve has active development, a massive community, and professional-grade color grading. VideoStudio can't compete on any dimension. Lovely. Right, so here's where I land. 3 video editors, 3 different failures, and 1 free alternative that beats all of them. Adobe Premiere Pro is the industry requirement. 90% of jobs want it. The ecosystem integration is genuine, but the subscription model is extraction. The development has stagnated. And you're paying because switching is expensive, not because Adobe earns your loyalty. Use
Premiere because your career demands it, not because it's the best tool. MAGIX Video Pro is the confused middle child. Perpetual license option, solid multicam, but Windows only, small community, poor documentation, and positioned so similarly to Vegas Pro that even MAGIX can't explain the difference. For the narrow niche of Windows users who need 9-camera multicam and hate subscriptions, it works. For everyone else, the investment of learning time isn't justified. VideoStudio Pro is the abandoned product. Corel bought it and forgot about it. Development dead, features limited, community tiny. No reason to choose it when DaVinci Resolve offers professional-grade editing, Hollywood color grading, and active development at zero cost. One is a subscription trap disguised as an industry standard. One is a confused product lineup from a German company that owns too many editors. And one is a neglected acquisition that Corel treats as legacy software. The Fotlesen.
Uncomfortable truth is that DaVinci Resolve, which isn't even in this comparison, beats all 3 of them for most users. Free, cross-platform, actively developed, professional features. The only reason to choose Premiere is job requirements. The only reason to choose Video Pro is a very specific multicam need, and there's no reason to choose VideoStudio at all. Every choice is a trade-off. At least now you know what you're trading.